close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna wait close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms.
Welcome back, everybody, to Season 8 of the Brawl Stars Weekly Scrims Grand Finals. Today, we're going to have our third place game and our finals game. The semifinals have happened off stream, and we're going to be going into our second runner-up game. It's going to be between Cyborg, Droids, and Fnatic. Cyborg Droids consists of Amar Jr., Trashânt, DSKillzZz, and Yahyaponse, and Fnatic consists of Rebel, Ray, and Waiiaw. That's going to be a banger of a match. We're going to be expecting some really unique situations, obviously, coming up. The matches are going to be on, rather, the maps are going to be Hard Rock Mine, Sneaky Fields, and Goldarm Gulch. And for people who are new to the format for BSC 2022, it's going to be on the power match format, which is going to be a draft type system. It is best of three, I believe. So the first two sets are going to be taking home the third place, and the loser gets the fourth place. And after that, we have our finals match, which is going to be between Alpha versus KidSurya. Really strong rosters. We have Alpha having certain Clash, Surya, QuietLemon, and Instînct, and KidSurya has Trashânt, SugarSrav, and Sheriff Surya. So it's going to be interesting to see how these things actually pan out. The matches are going to be starting soon. I believe that the teams are going to be getting into a lobby, or already should have been in a lobby. Just going to be waiting for that. So Hard Rock Mine is the first set, and we don't have a way to view the drafts right now because the APIs aren't exposed to all third-party or tournament organizers, but we can kind of guesstimate to see what sort of brawlers that people might choose for Hard Rock Mine. A really good lane option, obviously, is Rico because of all of these bounce shots that you can use with the angles on the map. Rico is a really strong lane. Ruffs is also a really good brawler to break up the map and open up the map, and that helps synergize with mids like Byron, um, Pam, 8-Bit, Piper. So all of these are really, really good options. Obviously, with the draft format, you're going to be hard pressed to find tanks being used as much, especially with the with the new gadgets being introduced, and with new brawlers always increasingly having access to abilities, which will ensure that tanks aren't going to be that prevalent in the meta. So you probably might not see as many tanks. Possibly a Rosa, but I think that would be usually a last pick. First pick, obviously not. Eve, I'm not 100% sure if Eve is going to be banned or not, if it's a global ban or not. But if it isn't a global ban, and if teams have that option and they haven't banned it out, Eve is a really, really good mid. The range is deceptively long, and with the turrets that you do have, the eggs have so much HP, and it pushes back the opposing mid. So wouldn't be surprised to see an Eve being picked out if it isn't banned. Additionally, you have so many other good lane options, like a Terra might be a pretty decent lane option. Sandy also with the speed gear, really, really good. With with the speed gear is really good. With the Sweet Dreams gadget, you also get those impressive stuns, which can kind of cascade the way your team might actually move up. And there are so many good brawlers for this map, but I want to see how they're going to be drafting this. Obviously, we can't see that, but it would be nice to be able to see it. If we have a max being picked out, obviously a crow would be a really good counter to that max. But I don't think you really are going to see max mids as much, especially in CESA or in ISC. I believe most of the players are from India, but we have a few players here who aren't. I believe Ray is from Australia, so we might have situations where some teams might be having preferential delay, or maybe delay, which may not exactly serve their team. So we got to see how that plays out. But both these matches are going to be kind of a banger matches, because Cyborg Droids are really, really strong. Like I said, Amar Jr and DSKillzZz Yahyaponse, really, really strong team. Trashânt is from Bangladesh. So like I said, most of the people are from India, but we have a few players who are outside of India. Rebel is an old player. Ray as well. I haven't heard of Waiiaw, but it's kind of impressive seeing that there are players from other regions who are new players who are breaking into the competitive scene. So I'm quite happy about that. And how is everybody in chat today? I see a few very, very familiar names. Pratik Roy, Ramesh Nagpal, Ashu OP. Ashu has got his mod that he's been looking for, a 2-year-old as well, Divyansh. Max is played a good bit, just not top of the draft. Yeah, Max with the recent updates has kind of found itself back in the meta. It was kind of out of the meta for a while, but it's going to be interesting to see if people actually use Max. Other mids, or which can't really be used here, I guess, would be a Gene. Though I would be a Gene. The background is weird. I think it looks pretty good. It is just the background of like the motion background, which we have for gametv. So it's I don't know. I like it a lot. It has all the Brawl Stars icons and logos. It looks pretty cool in my opinion. Okay, we're gonna go into our first match. It is between Fnatic and Cyborg. Droids. Fnatic is gonna be on the blue. Rebel taking the Rico pick is gonna be very, very strong. A good pickup by Cyborg. Droids going for the Pam pick. DSKillzZz with Ruffs. He's gonna be taken out by Ray. Ray actually going for the Fang, and Fang is a really, really good brawler right now. You can dash in, especially in clutch situations, get the stun with the roundhouse kick gadget. So that's going to be very, very big for them. Amar Jr popping his shadows, but does get the kill onto Ray, so that's going to be huge for them. That being said, 7 gems have already been picked up by the side of Fnatic, so Cyborg Droids need to do something if they want to be able to bounce back from the situation that they're in. Ray is very, very low. Amar is going to be a menace in that side. Wow, that was a very, very intense super coming in from Ray, and he does get taken out by DSKillzZz. Right now, control on the side of Cyborg Droids, so they're going to be trying to capitalize on this possession and ensure that they can pick up as many gems as possible. But Rebel getting a really, really good kill onto DSKillzZz, and Frost does pick up the 12th gem and the 10th gem, but Ray isn't there ready to finish him off. So this game looks like it's close to being done, but it really depends on how Ray is going to be playing this super, and he does get taken out by Amar. Big kill by Amar, and the first game goes to the side of Cyborg Droids. They're going to be happy with how that went, especially because the first half of the game didn't really go in their favor, and they were kind of lagging behind. But that was mostly because of the impressive Rico being played by Rebel. And I think they're going to try to replicate some more of the success. We're going to go into our second game. I think that Fnatic have to figure out what went wrong in the previous game. We do see lane switches coming in. DSKillzZz taking the roughs is going to be very, very instrumental because he does have the angles to work with against Rico and the wall breaks as well. That's going to give a lot more room for him to work with. And not having those walls basically ensures that Rico doesn't get as many bounces. Oh, wow, getting a lot of taps on the Byron, so that's going to be big for the side of Fnatic. So far, it is a pretty even game, though Rebel is going to be a menace on the spawn off the side of Cyborg Droids. Big super coming in. Pros is going to be super low, but just about managed to survive. Another super coming from Rebel, and they do get the kill onto Cyborg Droids. Really strong showing from the side of Fnatic right now, and they are able to come back somewhat, and they do have a little bit more confidence going into this game right now. Ray goes in for the jump onto Pros. He's not using the right, surprisingly, he's not using the right gadget. Maybe it was a mix-up and he didn't pick it up accidentally, or they have a different idea in mind. As a result of that, actually, Amar Jr. getting the kill, and they're gonna just take the gems. It's a highway robbery, and they take the gems and go back to their spawn. Fnatic are gonna be in a very difficult situation right now. They need to be able to get a kill onto Prost or anybody in the team, really. And so far, it doesn't look like they're able to do so. And the first set goes to the side of Cyborg Droids. They're going to be really happy with how that's playing out. And Ray is lagging, but it doesn't really excuse the fact that they took the wrong gadget there. Obviously, you want to take the roundhouse kick and not the popcorn one. And if he had the roundhouse kick, he would have been able to get those important kills versus some of the brawlers on that map. And you really can't abuse that popcorn gadget in that map. I don't know how popcorn is better. So corn fu, I think that there is a case to be made for corn fu to be pretty good in this map if you can work around the map. Like if you have corn fu popped and somebody is right behind a wall, it might do some damage to them. But I think that the utility that you get with the roundhouse kick is way better. So I don't exactly agree with that compositional choice. I mean, not compositional choice, but that brawler kit being picked up by the Fang for the side of Fnatic. But we're going to be going into our second set. Our second set is on Sneaky Fields, which is a main safe competitive. We've seen that map time and time again since competitive was even a thing in Brawl Stars, like in 2018 onwards, in fact. So, but Sneaky Fields has changed up quite a bit, especially because of the introduction of the gears. So you're going to have situations where the speed gear is going to be abused. And I have seen in EU quite a bit that people do take an early round pick for Crow to halt the progression or halt the aggression of tanks who try to abuse that speed gear. And also this is one of the maps where you can afford to run some sort of tank composition, because with the speed gear you can just like move up onto teams. And I think that you might see a good case for Ashe being used on this map, because with Ash, you can be very, very aggressive, and with the speed gear, you can just get up into the face of people. Even if they try to whittle your HP down, you're just going to charge your rage, and you're going to get that much faster and do that much more damage onto people. Additionally, Ems is a really good pick. Terra is also pretty solid. You're going to have Byron. Byron is possibly the best brawler right now in Brawl Stars. The kit is insane. It is the best sharpshooter. It has the best utility as well. So you're going to have situations where Byron's going to be clutching up quite a bit, especially with that second gadget. It does so much of damage and so much of utility as well. It's going to be interesting to see how Cyborg droids are going to try to replicate a bit of the success that they had in the first set. And I think that Fnatic actually were really good. I think that they had a lot of the control of the game. They just made some mistakes, which a more experienced teams like Cyborg Droids was able to capitalize on. And I think that they need to look at what they could do to minimize those sort of unforced errors and go to work. I mean, they should work on their strengths, right? So that is something that they want to look at and ensure that they can do. In terms of the draft, they had a really good draft. They had Rico on lane, Fang on lane on Hard Rock Mine, really good brawlers on lane. They had a Byron as well as mid, which is really, I think it's like probably one of the best comps you can get in for Hard Rock Mine in the draft. And Amar Jr. does get the pickup on the Byron. They do get an early kill and a very, very fast goal for Cyborg Droids. They're going to be happy with that. And as I said, in this map, you can afford to run some tanks, and it seems like Fnatic are going to be using the Amber to break up some of the grass and all some of the aggression coming in from the side of Cyborg Droids. Amar Jr. Wow, he is going to be running the first star power. In fact, the second star power, in fact, the one which shoots 3 enemies instead of melees, and that's gonna help him take out the spike. I think that was probably one of the decisions as to why they use that star power, just because Spike's life plan is very, very busted. But what better to take out a busted brawler than a busted brawler itself, right? So far, a spawn trap situation for Cyborg Droids, which has been somewhat obviated. Amar Jr. getting a good kill onto Ray, but does get taken out himself. Pros with the caustic charisma is going to try to roll in. He does get this roll. He doesn't get the kill, but he does get taken out by Pros. That's going to be very, very sad for them. About a minute 5 left on the clock with Cyborg Droids on the lead, so they're going to be trying to ensure that this kind of aggression doesn't really build up from the side of Fnatic. And Rebel is trying to go in, trying to get the ball, but it has been cornered quite well. And with all the supers and with Ems being a brawler that is in play, it's going to be very hard for them to kind of get into that the realm of where the ball actually exists, because the cost of charisma is going to slow you down considerably, and that's going to make it very, very hard for you to get in there. About 35 seconds left on the clock, and full control off the mid for the side of Cyborg Droids. They're going to be really happy with how this is going. Rebel goes in for the roll, and with all of the utility being brought in by Amar Jr.'s Byron, I don't think they're going to be able to get out of this situation. I think that they've given up on this, and I think a little bit of infighting is going on. So they're going to be going and trying to figure out how they can actually halt this sort of aggression coming in from the Cyborg Droid. So we're first game off the second set goes to the Cyborg Droids. They have won 3 games on the trot. And this one in Sneaky Fields has been the most convincing win that they've had so far. They're going to be really, really excited with this. They're just 1 game away. It is match point. They are going to be trying to close this one out. DSKillzZz does get the kill onto Ray, and that's a very fast goal for the side of Cyborg Droids. 14 seconds into the game, and Ray is lagging, I guess, or has given up. It's one of the two. Rebel goes in, is very, very low, gets taken out. Pros takes out Ray as well, and the whole team completely collapses, and Fnatic is going to exit the tournament as a 4th place. But our winner of the second runner-up game is going to be Cyborg Droids with a very, very convincing clean sheet, 4 games to 0. And that was very, very impressive, and it was unexpected with how fast the game actually went. in terms of the draft, they did draft really well, and I think that Fnatic didn't really have the best draft to deal with the Byron Rosa comp. And with the, like I said, the speed gear, they did go for the amber to break up some of the grass, and I think that is a little bit of a mistake because yes, you can go with the amber for the breaking up the grass, but it's going to take some time for you to build up that super, and in that time, the other team's going to go completely aggro and get that goal, that first very valuable goal within the first 20 seconds, and that's exactly what they did 2 games in a row, and they had a good idea in mind, I think, but they just didn't really know what they could or couldn't do with the brawler kits that they had. And I think that Fnatic is a really good team. We just see how they played in the first set was very, very good. And I think they were facing a little bit of delay. So unfortunate for them to be in that situation. And unfortunate for Waiiaw for that lag. But that being said, they played really, really well in that first set, and in the second set they were outdrafted just a little bit, and big win coming for Cyborg Droids. They're going to be really happy with this, and I'm sure that the VC is going to be full of celebration and elation. Anyway, we're going to go into our finals. The final lobby has been made. The teams are going to be Alpha versus KidSurya. So Alpha consists of Certain Clash, QuietLemon, and Instînct. Certain Clash has actually won the monthly finals for March, I believe, and he won it with Free Win Agents. And Instînct was a runner-up with FA Upper Moon, and Instînct has since moved from FA Upper Moon to Free Win Agents. So they're going to be looking to keep on continuing with the success of their monthly finals showing, and they're going to be going from strength to strength, and so far it looks like that team is almost untouchable, but I would like to see how other teams in the monthly finals try to measure up to them. On the other side, you have Trashânt, SugarSrav, and Surya. These guys play with each other quite a bit. They also are a competitive team for BSC. Unfortunately, some of the people have quit BSC 2022, but they are participating in other third-party tournaments, and they are a really strong team as well in their own right. SugarSrav has won monthly finals in the past with the Brainy flagship, and Trashânt and Surya have been mainstays of the monthly final scene for SESA for quite a long time. So we have quite the star-studded lineup, and they're going to be showing us something special. The first map is Layer Cake. So Layer Cake bounty map, obviously. The next one is Pinhole Punt, which is a Brawl Ball map, and finally we have Goldarm Gulch, which is a knockout map. So the first 2 sets is going to be winning everything today, and they're going to be looking to get this down as fast as possible. But going into Layer Cake, what sort of comps do we expect in Layer Cake? Layer Cake has its meta, I mean, its meta has changed. I guess the introduction of gears and Power 11 has considerably changed how the meta is going to be on that map. And anyway, we're going to go in the first game. I expect to see Fang, Piper, Byron, Mr. P, Tick, Sprout, Leon, Max, Crow. I guess the observer needs to start spectating the game. Okay. About 10 seconds have expired so far. We are spectating from the perspective of KidSurya. I guess KidSurya is on blue and Alpha is on red. Wait, no, Alpha is in blue, sorry. Yeah, Alpha is in blue. Anyway, so Instînct gets a pull, he gets the kill onto Trashânt. This will be huge for them. They have a 1-star deficit, so they still need to go on the aggressive. A lot of wall breaks coming in from Trashânt. He is going to be giving those treats to his team. The supply drops are going to be adding up and going to do a lot of damage. Sudden Clash is trying to tag up Trashânt, and as we know, Max and Jean have the best synergy in Brawl Stars right now, and ever, because you have all that speed. But that being said, with the sandbags, Instînct can't really do those pulls. Surya on the Gale is going to be a very, very difficult brawler to be up against. SugarSrav does overextend just a little bit, and Instînct is ready to capitalize on that. So 40 seconds left in the clock, 1 star lead for the side of Alpha. KidSurya have to move up and try to do something for the situation that they're in, but I think that the side of Alpha are just going to be content with being in this spawn. But again, Instînct in a very good position. Pulls Shrav once again. Big stun coming from Surya onto third clash. Not able to find that kill. 3-star deficit for the side of KidSurya, and Instînct another kill. He does get taken out. Blue star, oh my god, Sergeant Clash is able to do a trade, and he's spinning, and Surya is also spinning, so they know that this game's been taken by Alpha. So game number 1 goes to the side of Alpha. Oh, it is best of 3, best of 5. It's not best of 3, best of 3. Okay, best of 3, best of 5. So KidSurya still has a way to come back from this. Obviously, the execution wasn't as good. I do like the comp coming in from Alpha a bit more. They do have a more conventional comp. Trashânt is gonna try to be the terraformer in the team. He's gonna be trying to break as many walls as possible, and also he gives the utility of getting the supply drops to his teammates, and also sandbag. So it's like a very, very good brawler to have on your team. But that being said, 5 stars to 0 for the side of Alpha. They're in a very good spot. Surya is going to be very low. Gets taken out by Sergeant Clash. I have to say the synergy between Instînct and Sergeant Clash is unparalleled. They know exactly when a person does overextend, and they know exactly how to abuse that, and they are going to ensure that every overextension is going to be capitalized and punished. Instînct misses a manual pull, I guess, on Surya. Surya gets a stun and a starting clash, gets a kill as well, and right now it is still a 5-star lead for the side of Alpha. So right now KidSurya are pushing in to the side of Alpha, and Instînct is going to be taken out. Trashânt does put up a super hedge, and starting clash gets a kill onto SugarSrav. So this 10-star gem lead is going to favor the side of Alpha. About 30 seconds left in the clock, and Sergeant Clash is just playing with that jump pad there. Instînct does have a super, goes for the pull. It's gonna be stunned, but doesn't get taken out, and they aren't able to abuse that situation, even though they were in a good spot to do so. SugarSrav is gonna be taken out as well, and Surya gives a little spin, knowing that it is done. So the second game of this first set has been taken by the side of Alpha. They're going to be really, really happy with that. It was a very convincing win. At no point were they struggling or trying to figure out how to execute. They knew exactly what they needed to do. They got the lead at some point, and after that, they just went on the premise that the other team is going to keep walking into them and ensuring that they keep on getting their supers. They didn't have to work to get their supers after they get the lead, because the other team is just going to feed it to them while they walk in. Instînct is going to be close to getting his super. He doesn't find that kill. He's going to go for the kill though. He finds a double kill onto both SugarSrav and Surya. I don't know how he managed to do that. It was just insane. But he does have his supers. He has starting clash nearby, so they can make some sort of play here. He gets the pull, gets the left row as well onto Surya, and Shrav is tapping, but he's so low. He's gonna be taken out by starting clash. Starting clash giving a little bit of a spin there, and a 9-star lead for the side of Alpha. Instînct misses a max range pull, and about a minute left on the clock. If KidSurya want to do something, they need to do it now. Starting clash still getting kills though somehow. Double stun coming from Surya is going to be pretty big for that team. And Instînct is once again very, very low. He does get taken out. A 7-star differential, though it has been extended to 10. And if phase shifter coming from Starting Clash, he's able to survive that interaction. Big pull coming in once again from Instînct, and they are taking no prisoners alive. They're just gonna go for the win, and in a very, very classy fashion. About 30 seconds left on the clock, and Starting Clash once again moving up. Gets taken out. It's a supply drop coming in. They're able to get that kill off the Instînct. It's going to be pretty big for them. 7-star differential. SugarSrav needs to get the kill on to Trashânt, but he's not going to be able to do so. Gets taken out. I think they are just in a very, very desperate situation. About 10 seconds left, but I think all the teams know that right now Alpha's going to take the win. Another pull coming in from Instînct. He gets the kill onto Surya and gives them a little spin, and that's gonna be first. That's gonna be the first win of the first set for the side of Alpha. Alpha played that really, really convincingly. They didn't stutter at any point. They knew exactly what they needed to do, and they executed it very, very well. They had a very good comp, very conventional comp, and the comp was fixated on the fact that Instînct needed a pull, and Instînct, he did miss a few pulls, but he didn't miss them when it was important. So early game, he ensured that he got all of his pulls, and Starting Clash was there in the right spot to exploit all of the overextensions made by the opposing team, and he executed really, really, really well. He knew exactly how to play the max, and we had Trashânt who did who did his role. He ensured that he ushered people into the lanes that would be beneficial to his team, used the hedges in the right situations as well, and overall it was a very, very good and clean set coming in from Alpha. The side of KidSurya need to do something if they want to be able to even win one game. I wouldn't say a set, but even win one game. It's going to be best of 3, best of 5. So set 1 goes to the side of Alpha. The next set is going to be Pinhole Punt. I believe that they will start drafting now. Pinhole Punt is a very grassy map. You have certain boxes which certain brawlers can exploit, and it's quite the long range map as well. I think Eve is a global ban, which is why we haven't seen it. Bang would be a good option on this map. Ems is also a really, really good brawler on this map. B, Byron. You wouldn't see Piper as much just because of Byron existing and the denial of the heals. Once you do get tapped, it's going to be hard for a Piper to deal with this sort of meta which is there right now. I think that you may not see tanks as much, especially on the map, the sort of map that this is. You might see Gale. Gale is also really strong in the meta. With the 1.5 second stun, you have situations where that could be 100% abused, and I think that either of these teams might be using the Gale. Ems, like I said, a very good brawler. Once again, with a new gadget, you can shoot through walls as well, and the Caustic Charisma, which is the super. Behind walls, you just completely spawn trap an enemy or break a spawn trap if you are in one. Mr. P has also been a brawler that has been picked up in EU and in LATAM South quite a bit in this map. Because of the rework of Mr. P's handle with Care Star Power now being the baseline, you have situations where Mr. P can do a lot more in terms of damage just because of the way the porters work now. And it wouldn't be surprised to see that Mr. P being picked up. Mortis could be a good surprise last second pick just to counter the enemy side if needed. If a Max is being picked up, you do have Crow being picked up as a counter to that. Also, Crow is a really good brawler all around, especially on this map. With the Flowing Toxin, you can be ensure that the other team is going to be slowed down considerably, and it allows your mids or lanes to help you clean up that, and it basically helps you go into the aggression. So very, very, very good situation to be in if you do manage to pick up the Crow there. And we are still probably in draft. I'm gonna read chat. If I was there, I would have took both to counter Jean and Sprout. That's what Masterman Dark says. Do you think if teammate is Bull, opponents would bend that comp? No, I think if the Bull was picked up by either team, they'd probably just go for a Bull counter like a Colette or something. It really depends. Like, you can take Bull as a last pick, but even then, with control comps, it's gonna be hard for a bull to actually be used as much, especially in layer cake or even pinhole punt. And we're gonna go into game number 1 of this pinhole punt set. It is best of 5, which is a reminder for you guys. Instînct on the spike, Crescent on the I did forget about Pam. It looks like Starting Clash did pick up the Mortis in reply. SugarSrav with the pick off the Crow. Starting Clash whacking a box. He goes in for Surya, but Surya does have a friend zone and knocks him back. Instînct jumps onto, Strav jumps onto Instînct, not able to find the kill there, and I think that Crescent is back. I think Crescent was lagging a little bit at the start, and Instînct and Sarn does ran a lot of distraction and interference to ensure that their teammate was not going to be taken out in that situation, and Surya gets taken out by Instînct, as does the other person, and Instînct gets the first goal. About minute 10 left on the clock, Alpha get their first goal. As soon as that happened, you saw Starting Clash going in, because what happens is that Mortis is so control hand. It doesn't matter, Starting Clash gets the first goal. So as I was saying, he gets the first game for them, but as I was saying, the slowing toxin, while that might be good, if a Mortis goes into the enemy team right then and there, you have 2 brawlers that are going to be focusing on the Mortis, and in that time the slowing toxin is going to basically expire, so you're basically going to make sure that that slowing toxin is not going to be working at all. We're in the next game. So far, Starting Clash does get taken out. Supply drop in for Trashânt. He doesn't go for the wall break there. He tries to get a kill actually onto Crescent, but Crescent finds a kill onto Strav. He's in a very good spot. It's just he's passing him the ball, and that's gonna be goal. Despite the friend zoning, that's gonna be goal number 1. So about 2 minutes left on the clock. Very, very convincing showing from the side of Alpha right now. Starting Clash going in now to Surya. Like I said, he does triple counter that opposing comp. And he's just, he passes the ball onto Strav. He's trying to get his long dash, his coil snake up. About a minute 20 left on the clock. The side of KidSurya need to do something if they want to be able to win at least one game, let alone a set. Strav does have a super, but Crescent's going to put a very, very defensive healing station there. Strav is on his damage gear. Starting Clash passes the ball on to Crescent, and Crescent clears it. Strav once again mentioned he has his super. Instînct is very low. Supply drop is going to be coming down. It goes for the wall break as well, and the sandbags are up. They're able to get the kill onto Crescent. This is a big, big situation for KidSurya. They need to capitalize on this to get that goal, and Strav does avoid the stick around, but Alpha is gonna be, Starting Clash is gonna be able to take down the M's, and Trashânt is alive but gets taken out by Starting Clash. Starting Clash not missing a beat and ensuring that he's gonna be there in all the right situations, and Instînct gets taken out by Strav. Surya is going to be bullied by Starting Clash for that M's pick. Trashânt is going to try to go for goal, but he is very, very low. And about 30 seconds left in the clock. Stick around in a very aggro position. Surya is going to be taken out. Strav is very low. He gets taken out, and impeccable defense coming in from Alpha, and Alpha take game number 2. Yeah, so Alpha just going from strength to strength. They won their second game as well on the draw. They're going to be on match point now, I believe. If they win this next game, they're going to be winning everything. About 2 minutes 25 left on the clock. We just started this third game. Very, very convincing display from the side of Alpha. Starting Clash getting the kill on Trashânt that allows them to stay alive. Crab is going to be taken out. Crescent's going to get a very, very early goal about 18 seconds into this game, and this is devastating for KidSurya, and I think Alpha is going to be really happy. You're going to see a lot of spinning. Starting Clash able to get a kill onto Trashânt, but Strav with the trade, and once again a little bit more of the same, and Crescent is going to finish this one out. There isn't going to be any showboating. There isn't going to be any BM, and it's just a very, very convincing step number 2, and it's going to be best of 3, best of 5, and we have our winners. Alpha are going to be taking this one without even breaking a sweat. They win it in 6 straight games, and I think they're going to be really happy with how that went. And KidSurya, I think, knew how the game was going to go, considering the fact that they are up against 2 of the best Indian players. And I don't know who Crescent is, but it's a very, very strong team. Crescent also played his roles perfectly, and they played it to a T. They knew exactly what they needed to do, and they executed it. So KidSurya is going to be our runner-up, and our winners today are going to be Alpha. So congratulations to Alpha, congratulations to KidSurya, congratulations to Cyborg, Droids, who's taking the 3rd, and Fnatic for the 4th place. All these teams obviously win a cash prize. Commiserations to them for not winning the 1st place, because our kings of the tournament today for Season 8 of the Grand Finals of the Brawl Stars Weekly Scrims are Alpha. We have Certain Clash. We have Crescent, QuietLemon, and Instînct loves the pop-off. So amazing, amazing display from these guys. They knew what they needed to do. Impeccable chemistry, impeccable synergy, impeccable teamwork, and they just went from strength to strength, and it was a pleasure watching them, and it was a pleasure casting them. And I'm pretty sure chat also was pretty wild with the way things were going. And I hope you guys have enjoyed everything today. If you guys want to participate in more Brawl Stars tournaments or any other tournaments of any sort, please, please, please go to the description below. You have all the links that you need to participate in these tournaments and show up as a contender in these streams. And I'm sure that you guys are going to be interested in doing that. So please do that. And I have been Panicast. Please follow me on Twitter and on Instagram, and subscribe to me on YouTube. I also stream on Twitch quite a bit, a lot of tournaments there as well. So please, please do that. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Chase leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go. sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading